Welcome to Wiki Roulette, where we draw a lot
and learn nothing.
I'm Nathan.
I'm Jacob.
And I'm Jake.
Jake, you're back.
Oh, yeah.
I thought
you sure did miss a lot last week.
I thought Fukunichi for sure ate your entire soul.
Turns out he doesn't eat them. He apparently just covets them and, like, leaves them on a shelf.
Oh, so you got it back. Your, like, empty husk of a body just bumped into the shelf and
Nobody
it fell back
noticed
in.
all week. I went on, like, a couple of internet dates. I kind of killed it.
Your soulless husk.
She was like, "Oh my God, what do you do for a living?" And I was like,
I was like, oh, tell me about it.
Ain't that the way sometimes?
That's the grind. All right, let's get a random article going. Jim Brewer. Okay.
He's a guy. I've
Not
heard
the,
that.
We get so many athletes.
Yeah.
Is Wikipedia mostly athletes in like small European provinces?
Well,
is that like the whole?
It's like it's the nerdiest thing in the world is keeping track of sports, and like it's like even more. There's even more to report on than like nerd stuff. And wait, so this isn't the stoner comedian?
No. That's who I thought it was at first, too. Unless he's immortal. Which, it could be, man.
Wait, what's
I don't
Jim
know.
Brewer the comedian look like?
He was Goat Boy, and he was in what was that? What was his movie? Half Baked.
Yeah, he always looks like...
Thank you, co-host Grace.
He's always drunk, at
Okay,
least.
so it should be like a combination of the two. So like
Yeah.
here you got your dude. You know he's on the mount.
Oh, he's one of the people that had a physical altercation with world famous asshole Billy Martin.
World famous for being an asshole.
Like, kinda.
we can only hope to be as famous as him.
Who is Billy Martin? Steve Martin's brother?
He was this baseball player that would just always get into fights. According to this, he was He was with the Reds, the Cincinnati Reds, in 1960, and in the second inning of a game at Wrigley Field, Martin threw his bat at Brewer, who picked it up and started to hand it to Martin as Martin approached. Martin then punched Brewer in the right eye, breaking his cheekbone.
So that's what happened to comedian Jim Brewer's eyes.
Billy Martin, world famous asshole, punched him in the face.
Punch him in the face.
In
then
the
his face
past.
in the past. And then he had to quit baseball.
He threw the thing, and then he went to hand it back to him, and then punched him in the face. That's incredible.
After suing Martin for $1 million because Jim Brewer obviously lost all ability to pitch, what with his face all jacked.
Yeah.
They dropped the case. Brewer then pursued it, and in 1969, 9 years later, a judge ordered Martin $10,000 to be paid.
Wow, $10,000 whole dollars, huh?
For ruining your
ruining
base.
his life and career. Not too bad.
Yeah.
So luckily they gave me this nice reference photo that I'm just
you're just gonna draw it.
I'm just drawing. Well, yeah, except it's Jim Brewer, so he's gonna have his he's like real stoned.
Yeah, well, Jim Brewer, comedian, has never been happy.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's too.
So it's inaccurate because he looks like he's smiling.
Well, he's happy because
Oh, this is before.
this is before.
This was the glory days.
This is before he got.
Oh. Do you know where he went to high school? He went to
I
high school
don't.
in Broken Arrow, Oklahoma.
What a town.
That sounds so cool.
It does sound pretty cool.
Plus, there's that movie that everyone remembers and loves.
What
Wait,
movie?
which Broken Arrow?
Yeah.
Is that what it's called?
And that everyone remembers and
Everyone remembers.
everyone
and loves Broken
remembers
Arrow.
and loves Broken Arrow.
It's like
That's.
top 10 John Travolta action movies.
You're thinking of Face Off.
You're thinking of Scorpion? Scorpio. What's that movie called?
Which one?
The one where he's like a swordfish. That's it. You're thinking of Swordfish.
Fun fact about me, Jacob, I am never thinking of Swordfish.
You are now, dude. That's the curse of Swordfish.
I'm sorry, what? The curse of what? Nothing you say makes sense.
So he's
Just
got
hearing a static sound when you talk.
he's got his he's doing some stand up. He's doing some classic like pitcher jokes. Mm-hmm. You know,
Jokes from the mound.
he's like, hey, you ever get stoned when you're about to throw a screwball, and then you're like, what am I even doing here?
And then there's like a heckler in the crowd. It's like, you suck. And he's like, God damn it, Billy Martin.
Billy Martin would be a heckler.
Yeah.
You've taken everything from me.
Well, see, I feel like if you're a pitcher, you've got like a captive audience because like the batter has to pay attention.
The batter, yeah. If he does, I mean, he doesn't have to. If you're like a bad pitcher, but if you're a good enough pitcher,
yeah.
Even if
you're
you're
focused up,
like,
so
even if you're just an average pitcher, like they'd be wise to pay you some heed.
Pay me heed, for I am an average pitcher.
Nobody ever got heed quite like old Jimmy Brewer.
Had heed for days. Heed as far as the eye could see.
Now, other pitchers, you could literally think about your shopping list, but not old Brewer.
You had to pay at least a little bit of attention.
Plus, he had that weird face. Really hard to ignore.
Yeah, he's just he's also just surrounded by
a bush?
weed smoke.
Oh, yeah.
It kind of looks like it's coming out of his underarms.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it is. He's got that's where he keeps all of his
Vapes.
dank nugs.
Oh, he stores his dank nugs in his armpit pockets.
Yeah.
How do you think they stay so dank?
That's true. It's the highest dankness threshold on the body is in the armpits.
What baseball shoes look like?
They look like
Yeah.
cleats.
Yep.
Yeah.
They got them weird like
stand.
not quite pants and those like super tall like mega socks.
Yeah.
And do they still have those like weird girdles, or do people get rid of those?
No, they also don't do the tall mega socks anymore, really.
I have been out of the game.
I watched baseball last night, accidentally. And,
Jacob, admit it. You love baseball.
they just wear like normal, like kind of baggy pants almost now. They go like all the way down to their shoes. It's weird. I hate it.
I don't think you were watching baseball.
What was I watching?
I don't know, man. You tell me.
I'm pretty sure it was baseball, and I'm pretty sure baseball was ruined because of the lack of tall socks.
That's
I
probably
agree.
true.
They named
Also-
entire teams after them.
Also,
Yeah.
there's no clock in baseball, so games can literally last forever.
It's comedian. Do you know comedian Andy Sanford?
Andy Samberg?
Sanford.
Andy Sandwich.
Andy Sandwich.
He's
Andy
actually
Serkis.
amazing. You should look it up. But like, he has a joke that talks about how boring baseball is, and it's like when you talk about baseball, there's such a thing as a perfect game. Every pitcher goes out there trying to do a perfect game, and that's when there's no hits and no errors, which means nothing happens.
So the game just like can't end.
Well, that's what you're talking about is the legendary double perfect game.
Yeah.
In which both
Both pitchers succeed.
and literally no one can ever leave. This horrifying nightmare scenario I've described is the ideal state of baseball.
Yep.
The pitchers like fall into a nirvana state, just pitching back and forth and back and forth.
I truly butchered that joke, but like look up Andy Samford's comedy on YouTube. He's amazing.
Well, there you go. He's telling some jokes.
Getting ready to pitch.
He's giving some ha's.
Sure.
You know what? Let's make him mouth open.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
He's got some real big
It's a
teeth.
good little draw trick you did there.
Yeah.
What's the deal with chewing tobacco?
Okay, let's get another rando article.
Bacari Alexander.
He's a coach.
A basketball coach.
An assistant coach.
Well, he's an assistant coach.
Okay.
Let's
yeah,
not get
assistant
out.
to assistant to the coach.
Yeah.
Assistant to the regional.
University of Michigan, is assistant coach under John Baylane. Oh, this is a topic that, like, I bet people actually know about. Born in Detroit, played high school basketball at Detroit Southwestern High School. Boop boop.
Boop boop.
Oh, he played with the Harlem Globetrotters from 1999 to 2001.
That's cool. You'd be coached by a globetrotter.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty sick.
That's actually how many times it's like, all right, we're 20 down. It's the last quarter. I'm gonna need you guys to get a bucket of confetti.
All right, we're gonna run the play. You guys build a ladder out of your bodies. We're gonna have him climb you up to the basket. What are some other fun globetrotter things that we do?
Acting like you're gonna pass, but you're actually holding the ball behind your back.
Ooh, have the ball attached on an elastic string.
Oh yeah.
You throw it, but it comes immediately back to you. Futurama basically covered them all. But yeah, that'd be fun. That'd just be a fun practice. Like you're doing really well, and he's like, okay, we're gonna learn some fun globetrotter plays.
It's I like basketball.
Yeah, basketball's fun.
It's my favorite thing about playing basketball. Whenever I did it, was I was great at sinking free throws
Oh yeah.
as long as nobody was guarding me.
Or looking at you.
Yeah.
Everyone had to turn around.
Okay, Jake's gonna take a shot. Everybody turn around.
Everybody turn around, close your eyes.
Close your eyes.
It was
Close your ears.
incredibly frustrating for the other team because, like, they'd see I sucked and stop guarding me.
Yeah.
But then I could sink a free throw
Yeah.
because no one was guarding me. Just really enrage your fellow friends.
Yeah.
With your very presence.
See, here's my thing with basketball that I could never do, is you gotta make the ball go up, but then also come back down in the right place.
That is key. Some key strategies
What
we're
are you
talking.
saying?
I think Bacari Alexander
it's
would
like
coach
like
that.
in soccer, you just have to you need to make the ball go like a direction. It just needs to go into the net. But with basketball, like you have to clear a height threshold, but then you have to make it so that it's gonna fall right.
Yeah. No, you're right. You're right. There's a lot of spatial
There
reasoning
was too
going
much.
on.
It's too much. It's too much going on. It's physically impossible to make a ball go into a basket. I don't know how anyone does it.
They don't. It's magic. Movie magic.
It's movie magic. It's all special effects.
I feel like what we're really missing right now with this chunk of knowledge is just how cool the name Bacari Alexander is.
It's
It does,
pretty cool.
It's a liquor and a conqueror.
Yeah.
Like, if I walked in and was like, hey, how you doing? My name's Whiskey Genghis. You'd be like, that is the coolest guy in the office.
Yeah, that's definitely like a future gangster name.
Man, I wish I had gone that angle with this drawing. It's probably not too late.
Whiskey Genghis.
Or I don't know.
If that's not the name of a cocktail, it really should be.
It's half Jack Daniels, half horse blood.
Let me get a whiskey Genghis.
Oh, Jesus. Come on, we don't want
Just ran
trouble.
out of horse blood, actually. Fresh out of horse blood. So sorry.
Ooh, sorry. Just, ooh, ah.
Svedka Caesar. Not as good.
Not as
I
good.
think if there's one thing we can all agree on, it's that it's not as good.
It's good because Bacari. Well, it would be Bacardi, but it's not. He's not Rum Alexander.
No.
But the problem with whiskey is
I thought of a good one.
all of the whiskey brands are already people's names.
Have you guys met my cool badass friend Smirnoff Mussolini?
That's a pretty good one.
Super cool. Don't look him in the eye. He will stab you.
Hold on.
Yep.
Hold on.
Yeah. You got this, buddy. We believe in
It's
you.
gonna be good. I know it.
Tanqueray.
Ooh.
Attila.
Oh, you kind of dropped the ball at the end, I think.
Hun. Tanqueray Hun.
Tanqueray Hun.
That is a stripper name.
That's Tanqueray Honey.
Tanqueray Honey, baby. This guy's got kind of a long coat situation
Home
going
of
on.
the terror boner.
Well, he's just a long man.
He's a long man, yeah.
So his coat matches his length. So he's like, hey.
Well,
hey.
he's like, this guy is getting ready to pitch, and this guy's like, we're on a basketball court. What are you doing?
First of all,
No, he's in awe. Like, all of my years with the Harlem Globetrotters have not prepared me for a shenanigan this unholy.
Yeah.
baseball pitcher shows up, but then he's actually also that stoner comedian.
No, he recognizes just how powerful of a goof this is.
Yeah.
That's why he's so scared.
It's a real powerful goof.
Yeah, like, imagine if the Globetrotters all came out onto the basketball court, the b-ball court, if you will, and they're all dressed like baseball players, carrying bats. Like, imagine the confusion
That'd be such a good goof.
that would ensue. Like, they could win every game with that strat. So, yeah, here's our boy Bacari. He's
super
just
cool.
he's trying to calm the situation down. He's terrified by the strength of this goof. He doesn't know if his Globetrotters can handle it.
That's a damn good Bacari Alexander.
Thank you. I've been practicing all day in hopes that this is what would come up.
All right, one more post. Do we
Let's
have
do it.
the
Let's
power?
get it.
Doers Montezuma.
Yeah! At the last minute, your main boy Yappy sinks it.
With the buzzer beater.
Oh, of course,
Wait,
it's
Jake, hit the buzzer. Oh, that's not the buzzer. Oh, no. There we go.
Wonderful. So we got a third man. A lot of men. A lot of men this week. There's just the title of this episode is just gonna be 3 men.
Here's 3 men.
Here's 3 men. Philipp
Veit.
Veit, a German romantic painter from the 1800s.
He
Been
revived
credited.
the almost forgotten technique of fresco painting.
That's a lot different than fresco
So
painting.
he's got some forbidden jutsus
Oh my god!
that he's working with.
So he's a romantic painter, you say?
German romantic.
Oh, Nathan.
Oh,
So this is some of his OTP.
Is it true that love can bloom on the basketball?
Okay, title of this episode: Love Can Bloom on a Basketball Court.
So now his expression takes on like a whole nother tack now. Like, he doesn't know if he wants this. He's afraid of his own feelings.
There's gonna be some bubbles.
Oh
going.
yeah, get some bubbles, get some sparkles.
I'm just gonna.
these are some really good paintings. You guys should look them up.
Oh wow, yeah, get those eyes really big.
Oh.
He's
Oh,
wooed
senpai.
by Jim Brewer's fiery anime spirit.
Yeah.
The shonen spirit is showing through.
All right, so now I got to draw this guy actually
Ikuzo!
characterless.
Billy Martin.
Okay, so
We
this
can
is
edit that out, right? I feel bad. I feel very bad.
Absolutely not.
Great.
You need to learn to live with your decisions.
I haven't started now.
Haven't started now. All right, so this dude, that's his self-portrait. Oh, he's a real smolderer himself.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you know he's a romantic.
He's like
He's got that Jon Snow.
Oh yeah, he knows something though.
yeah, he knows something. That is for
He's
damn
got
sure.
some like real wavy locks going on. And yeah, that's the thing. Always start with the hair when you draw, because then you have, you have to just make the rest of the face conform.
Yeah, that's definitely the good art strategy. I think most artists recommend you just draw a detailed version of the hair first.
Draw them, just like spend a lot of time on some small, minute details.
Wait, is that
In the
like an
drawing.
actual?
No,
okay.
I'm giving opposite.
He's doing one of them opposite.
This is actually something I'm really impressed with you guys. I'm terrible at caricatures or like drawing a real person from a reference. Like, is it just practice or are there like some base tips?
I
Ooh.
think generally you just want to look at like what their distinguishing features are, like the thing about them that makes them look like themselves the most.
Yeah, but then I end up with like a single very detailed eyebrow and like a lumpy rest of everything.
Yeah. I don't know. I wish Justin were on here.
Yeah,
right now, 'cause knows
Justin
way better.
actually worked as a professional caricaturist.
For me, it's a lot of like I draw a face and then I like move around all the pieces until they're like
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
I look at the picture
Yeah,
really
like-
hard. I'm like, okay, how close are the eyes together? Like,
Yeah.
what's that? Like, how big's the forehead in relation to the eyes? Then I adjust everything on the go. So I can't do it all in one go like a real caricature artist can.
It is the proportions that's the difference between that does look like him versus
Oh, that's a person, I guess.
Yeah, like when you drew Matt Damon,
Yeah.
and the key was just to put his tiny little
You
face
just put
right
his
in the
tiny
middle
little
of his head,
face in the middle of his head, yeah.
and then suddenly it's Matt Damon.
This is how you hold a paintbrush, right? Nope.
Is he painting it right now? Like
Yeah.
while looking in the opposite direction?
Yeah.
He's very German.
Yeah.
His confidence is incredible.
Yeah, he's just how do you hold a paintbrush? What the hell?
Just grip that thing.
He's just gripping
It's
it
a magic
like,
wand in
he's
his
gripping
eye.
it like this.
Yeah, like it's a sword.
Yeah.
It's his sword. The brush is mightier than the sword, but not as
Ugh.
mighty as the pen.
Ugh,
There's a whole like hierarchy.
Okay, so he's got that there, and then
The Introduction of Christianity into Germany by Saint Boniface is his most famous work.
Boniface?
Boniface.
Bunnyface?
Bunnyface.
Saint Bunnyface.
and the drawing, his self-portrait, he doesn't have any.
Waist or legs.
Yeah.
Any pants on.
Yeah, so I assume he's like me when he does his like fan art stuff. He's just He's just
In them tidy whites.
in them tidy whities.
Yeah.
Wait, Nathan, are you one of the true believers that still holds on to the tidy whites?
No, but tidy whities are funnier to draw.
They're infinitely
That is
funnier.
very true.
I also made his top too big, so we're gonna do this fun trick. So yeah, this is the thing. Like being a digital illustrator, you can just make as many mistakes as you want, and then just be like, "Oh no, it's okay, I fixed it.
I'll just move it.
I'll just move it. There, now it's better. I did that correct.
Yeah.
I know proportions. I have learned them. I have learned them good.
Well, see, I felt like his tiny legs matched up with our other two dudes' tiny legs.
Oh, that's true.
Had like a tiny leg. Now it looks like he has frog legs.
All right, let me give him some like regular size
Yeah,
legs.
let's get in the
Just apply the regular sized legs filter in Photoshop and be
Yeah.
there with it.
Here you go.
regulate legs. These legs are out of
Ooh,
control.
Gaussian regulate legs.
And he's got some.
That's some Photoshop humor. You kids love it. I know you do.
Got some hair growing
Just
on his legs.
from all over the place. Only a few.
Get some more. There.
Can he be blushing too?
Oh yeah.
Was is this emotion? Oh, I still feel bad. It still feels bad doing voices.
You could do European voices, I think.
9.
Well, it's a good thing you weren't here for Pukanichi, because his whole thing is just like a weird voice.
Yeah, weird kind of vaguely Eastern European shtick.
I thought he was going for like this, like kind of a Italian Dracula.
What would you
vibe.
know, Jake? You weren't there.
I was fully husked. You're right.
You were full on husked. All right.
That
Well-
button is a curse.
Well, this is
This is beautiful.
this is Veit, so he signed it.
Thank you for watching our episode of Here's Three Dudes.
That's what we should call this show. Just like here's three dudes. They're gonna talk and draw.
And because it's about history, most of the articles are about dudes.
Yeah, that's not great. Anyway, we're sorry that men have dominated the reporting of history and
Sorry for the erasure of
women's
women
contribution.
and minorities.
And I'm not sorry about this
Lovely
beautiful,
drawing.
This beautiful love.
I'll never apologize for love.
We're still sorry.